Sad stories of missing young men. All right, Tammy, thank you. The man accused of killing his wife, Wauwatosa police officer Jennifer Sebena, was back in a courtroom today.
Ben Sebena made a brief appearance. Our Ben Handelman was inside the courtroom. He's live in the newsroom tonight. Good evening, Ben.
Good evening. And the entire hearing lasted less than 5 minutes. Ben Sebena chose to waive his preliminary hearing, meaning he and his attorney must now prepare for a defense as this case is headed to trial.
Bound to a wheelchair, once again wearing a suicide prevention vest, Ben Sebena did not look at the public viewing gallery as he was wheeled into court. The man accusing his wife, Wauwatosa police officer Jen Sebena, answered questions mostly about understanding his rights.
When you discussed everything with your attorney, did you understand completely what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
The judges ordered this case go to trial. Sebena is accused of shooting his wife several times in the face and head as she left the Wauwatosa Fire Department while on duty early Christmas Eve morning. Police documents show Sebena, a former Marine who was nearly killed in Iraq, suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, a disorder that can change your life.
It's real. It can happen to anybody, and it could be something as simple, just a very simple traumatic experience.
This woman knows the effects. She's asked we not name her after suffering a brutal rape, a tragedy that has left her with PTSD and some of the same symptoms as Sebena.
It's constant anxiety. It's constant looking into the future.
She says it's powerful enough to change your personality, and lawyers say it's strong enough for a defense.
PTSD can be, in some limited circumstances, a potential defense.
Attorney Jonathan Lavoie says it can be a tough defense case. He says Sebena's lawyers would need to prove there was no premeditation.
Did the person try to cover their tracks or try to cover up their behavior afterwards?
A debilitating disorder that so many struggle with, but even those that do say there are ways to get help.
People need to be aware of it, know the symptoms, the signs, as soon as they start.
Now, investigators say Ben Sebena stalked his wife for several days. They say they found dried blood splatter and his wife's service weapon inside their home. Sebena is due back in court in 3 weeks on January 24th. Live in the newsroom, Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Ben, thank you.
Authorities have identified the woman who was killed last week in a fire in Pleasant Prairie.